Hey you, welcome to your practice and welcome to my channel. My name is Toby and I'm a yoga instructor from Germany, and today we will do some yoga and we will focus on hip mobility and also on balance, and we will combine this in a sequence we will flow through. Just grab your mat and we meet at the top of the mat. Find a stand that works for you. Feet hip width apart, straighten your spine out, maybe roll your shoulders out a couple of times. Find a tall posture. Lift your toes off the ground and then grip the mat below you. Activate the glutes a bit more, get a bit taller, and then close your eyes for a moment and take a couple of in and exhales through the nose. Slow and controlled. Slowly open up your eyes, arrive in your space. Focus your weight onto your right foot. Pull your left knee into your chest. Find balance. Right foot is working a bit more because you want to keep the balance. And now you pull your left foot up to your right eye. Keep the leg as high as you can. Keep the rotation in the leg and the hip. And then you pull your left leg to the left side. You rotate it open until you notice there is not much more room I can move to. Then the lower leg is rotating back. You're opening the hip joint and you draw the full circle until your left knee is on the same height as your right knee. And then we take the same path back. A couple more times. Try to be controlled and slow through the movement. You open the hip joint and you close it on the way back. Also, we need to keep the balance on the way, which makes things not easier. If you struggle a lot with your balance, maybe use the wall to do this stuff. Or even the chair or something. Last one. And then let your left foot, your left leg land, shake the right leg out for a moment. And then focus your weight onto your left leg, pull your right knee in. Right foot up to your left eye. You keep this position of the leg, you keep the rotation in, you rotate open, pull the right knee to the right side until you can't move any further. Then the right lower leg rotates back, you open the hip joint and complete the circle. Take the same path back, keep the leg as high as you can and try to move through the whole range of your hip joint that you have right now, and also keep the balance if you can. Couple more rounds. Losing balance is totally okay and definitely part of the process. Last one. Let your right foot land, shake out the legs. And then pull your left knee in. Straighten your left leg out. Let it sink down. Pull it back up behind you. The upper body is leaning forward, forward, forward. The right leg can be slightly bent if you want to. You don't need to be completely parallel to the ground. If you can, feel free to do so, but not totally necessary. Pay more attention to the length of your upper body. And then slowly roll your left hip up. Roll the left hip open. Find a half moon pose shape. If you need a block or the hand on the ground, feel free to do so as well. Left hip rolls down. Find your warrior 3 shape. And then roll the hip up again. Half moon shape. Roll it down. And up. Last one, roll it down. Pull your left knee in. The left shin lands to the outside of the right foot. Sit low. Let your bum drop down. I will turn around so you can see me better. And now I want you to ground your sit bones and wrap your left arm around your right chin, and the right arm pulls the leg and the knee closer. And then you lean your upper body forward. You try to keep the connection, keep it close to one another, and move around here a bit. You will feel probably a slight stretch in your outer hip, and that's what we want here. So keep moving, explore the space. You can lift the right sit bone from the ground if you feel like this is fine, and then bring it back to the ground and just push the right foot into the ground, lean your upper body around, and see what is there or what is not there as well. And then come back to the middle. Stack your legs. So the right foot is coming onto your left knee. It is okay if it's up here, don't worry about it. But try to activate your foot so you don't sink into your ankle. Keep this and then put some weight onto your right knee. Keep your upper body straight and just let it sink down slowly. Keep your breath. Release some tension with the exhale. And if you want to lean forward here, feel free to do so. Totally an option. All right, listen closely. We are facing the right side of the mat right now, in the best case. Left hand lands at the front of the mat. Straighten out your right leg to the end of the mat. We push the left hand, the right foot and the left chin into the ground, and we push ourselves up. Pull the right arm above us into the front of the mat. Push the hip up and to the right side of the mat. And then sink down again, sit back down. This we will do a couple more times. Push yourself up. Find activation, push the hips forward. Sit back down. Push up. And sit back down. Push up. Sit back down. This time the right hand lands as well. We rotate to the right toes and we pick the left chin off the ground. Straighten your left leg up to the sky. Pull your left knee in. Step the left foot to the outside of your left hand. Come onto the toes. Pull your chest forward. Bring the gaze forward. Slow pulsing movements. Work yourself into the depth of your hips. Slow and controlled. Little ballistic movements to go deeper and deeper over time. And then let the right chin land, the right knee land, let the right hand land, sink deeper into your hips. Take a moment here in this lizard lunge. And then shift back, straighten out the left leg, come onto the fingertips. Hands are to the inside of the left leg, pull your left toes in. Pull the left hip back if you can. Hands on blocks could be helpful here. Slowly walk the hands to the outside of the foot. Maybe use blocks. Integrate this twist and this lengthening of the backside of the leg. See how this feels different. Explore or feel what's different. Frame the foot. Bring the foot more to the middle again. And then step forward, find a forward fold at the end of the front of the mat. Roll your spine up. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pull your right knee in. Find balance. And then straighten your right leg out. Let it sink down. Pull it back up behind you. Find your warrior 3. Same on this side. Does not need to be the deepest or the most accurate warrior 3. But try to keep the upper body long. Try to roll the right hip down. Left leg can be slightly bent. And now roll the right hip up. If you need the support of a block on the ground, grab a block. And then roll the right hip down again. Right hip up. Right hip down. Right hip up. And down. Right hip up. And down. Pull your right knee in. Let the right shin land to the outside of the left foot. Sit down. Right arm wraps around your left shin. Left arm pulls your leg in closer. And then lean your upper body forward. Push your left foot into the ground. Maybe even pull on your upper leg with the right hand. And play around here. Really just explore. There is no right or wrong thing to do here. Do whatever feels right. You can pull in the leg closer to the body, or think the body closer to the foot, or bring your sit bone back to the ground and see if this intensifies the stretch, which is doing it for me. Slowly release, turn around and stack your chins. Left foot comes on top of the right leg. Activate the foot. Don't sink into your ankle. We want to be straight here. Then put some weight onto the knee. Straighten up your upper body. If you have enough range, you can also fold forward over the legs. Couple more breaths here. Roll up if you fold it forward. Let your right hand land at the front of the mat. Straighten your left leg out to the end of the mat. Right hand, left foot, right chin up, pushing into the ground. Left hand pulls above you. You push your hips up and forward. And then you sit back down. Push yourself up. Push your hips forward. And sit down. 2 more times. Up. And down. And up. And down. Both hands land at the front of the mat. Come onto your left toes. 3-legged dog. Right leg pulls back to the sky. And then step the right foot forward to the outside of your right hand. Come onto the fingertips. Pull your chest forward. Gaze forward. Little pulsing movements into your hips. Left leg as long as you can master right now. And work yourself into the depth of your hip. Let your left knee land, lizard lunge. You can also come onto the palm, but try to pull your chest forward. Give yourself a moment here. Soften your hip a bit. Slowly shift back, find your half split pose. Maybe bring the hands on blocks. Hands stay to the inside of the right leg. Push the right heel slightly into the ground, pull the toes in. And find a good stretch in the back side of the right leg, just for a moment. Then walk your hands to the outside of the right leg. See how this is different, maybe more intense, maybe even easier for you. Huh? And also feel free to use blocks here. Can make things so much easier. Frame your leg with your hands. Bring the foot back to the middle and step it forward. Find forward fold at the front of the mat. Roll your spine up. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Find balance on the right foot. Pull your left knee in. Straighten the left leg out. Bring it back, warrior 3. Roll your hip up and down. Up. And then step it back, find warrior 2. Open the arms up. Lean back, peaceful warrior. Elongate the right side body. And then roll forward. Bend the right knee. Push it a bit more forward. Bring your right fingertips to the inside of the right foot. Pull your left arm up to the sky. Try to sit low. Walk your hands back to the left heel. Sit low, Skandasana. If you need to use the hands in this pose, do so. And then we move forward again. We come back to Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Right hand lands to the inside of your foot. Open up again. This time I want you to float the right hand. Keep this pose. Maybe even pull the right hand to the left side of the mat. And just hold from the strength of the leg. And then bring both hands to the ground. Step it back forward. Find your forward fold again. Roll your spine up. Arms up to the sky. Exhale, center, hands to your heart. Right knee into your chest, find balance. Straighten the right leg out. Bring it down and back up behind you, warrior 3. Roll your right hip up. And roll it down. Right hip up. And then slowly step it back, find warrior 2. Ooh, find balance on the way. Lean it back, peaceful warrior. Roll forward, bend your left knee a bit deeper. Bring the left fingertips to the ground. Also here, a block under the hand can help tremendously. Right arm pulls up to the sky. Also try to move around if it feels right. Maybe pulls into your hips here as well. And then rotate your chest down. Walk yourself back to the right heel. Sit low, Skandasana at the end of the mat. Move forward again. Left fingertips land. Find your setup for Parsvakonasana. And then float the left hand. Maybe even pull it to the right side. And hold yourself here. Just for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips to the front of the mat. Find your forward fold. Roll your spine up. Arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pull your right knee into your chest. Let the right foot land on top of your left leg. Sit down. Bend your left leg. If you want, you can even rest your arms onto your right hip, on your right chin. Maybe try to push your right knee down slightly. Try to roll the pelvis up if you can. Keep the upper body and the back long. And then wrap your left arm around your right foot and bring it back up. Try to keep the balance. If you can wrap around the right arm, around the right knee as well, feel free to do so as well, but do not worry about it. We just want to move our left chin around, our left leg around, and you can also just pull it in with your hands. But keep it up. And then release. Let it land. Left foot on top of your right leg. Sit low. If you want to rest your forearms onto your chin, feel free to do so. Maybe push your left knee down. Try to roll your pelvis up. Keep a long spine. And again, maybe you wrap your right arm around your foot or you pull it just in and try to move it around here. Pull the left foot up. Try to push the left hip down slightly. And then let this go as well. Bend your legs as deep as you want to sit back down to the ground. Roll your spine down to the ground. Bring the soles of the feet together. Heels close to your bum. Push the knees down slightly and then push the hips up to the sky. And then roll it back down. Push it up and down. Push it up and down. Push it up and hold. Push it up a bit higher if you can. Push the knees down to the ground. Let it go, pull your knees in, cross the right leg above the left leg, grab the outsides of the feet and pull your legs in closer. And also here, feel free to just move around a bit. And if this is too intense, you can also grab your chins and pull them in, or just keep the crossing of the leg and pull your knees in. And then switch to the other leg, left leg on top. Grab the chins or the outside of the feet and pull the whole package in. Let it go, let your feet land. Bring your soles of the feet again together, let the knees drop open, left hand onto your heart, right hand onto your belly, close your eyes. Find a slower breath again. Find a cadence that works for you, that resonates with you right now and your energy level. You slowly let go of all the activity, of all activation, and find a passive state. You find some rest, some inner peace maybe. Give yourself a moment just to relax and to breathe. Feel free to stay in your final resting pose way longer and chill out. Take a moment for yourself to just hang out and breathe. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for practicing. If you have any wishes, recommendation, or anything else, drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out.